Welcome to another episode.
Next episode
of the Thought Exchange Cafe.
Greetings and welcome to another episode coming to you from the Thought Exchange Cafe podcast. Today's podcast is going to be a very special podcast because today in studio with me, I have two gentlemen who started with me from the boardroom with one camera to a much bigger space where now we have 3 studios that we can utilize for our benefit and for our content, but also to allow others to come in and to share their thoughts, their ideas, but also to inspire and to motivate and to educate. And to my left, as you see in screen, is DJ Castratus, Carl Smith. To my left, I have Rakiem Strickland. And
to your right.
To my right. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
See, my man's already getting directions mixed up, but it's all good though. First of all, let me just say good day to everyone on the Thought Exchange Cafe. I guess I'll start talking first. Can you turn my mic up a little bit? I and I, the one and only Castratus, aka Mr. On Point, aka the musical superhero, aka the Golden Voice. Yeah, y'all getting full credentials today. And thank you for having me on the Thought Exchange Cafe, brother.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. And to my right,
Rakiem Strickland, the organizer of Family and Friends Living Healthy, a summer Saturday morning walking group. We just completed our 10th walk of the season this morning. Carl, Tony, and our other special guest this morning
That will be
announced shortly. Walked with us this morning.
Let me just say too, for the record, since this is the Thought Exchange Cafe, right? This is what I think as the ending of the intro said. You better think. I think that with the Summer Saturday Walking Group, I think I just felt like I just lost about like 90 pounds. So if you see me in camera, you see me on screen like this. I need to get my bearings together, y'all. Yeah.
So I just want to give the audience a little bit of background about myself and Carl
Rakiem.
and Rakiem. We started downstairs here at Lena Park Community Development Center in the boardroom. And when we started, we had one camera, we had 3 chairs, and a made-up backdrop.
Right.
A made-up backdrop. And then we said, how do we grow? How do we make this thing bigger? How do we begin to really focus on expanding our territory? And we came up with an idea that why don't we put together a podcast? Why don't we have a couple different avenues that we can share with other people, as well as bring in folks from the community, our community leaders, those in the community that are making a difference.
That's right.
And, we didn't know how we was going to get there at first. We just had an idea. But needless to say that God opened up a greater door, and God started to put us in the right direction and bring in the right people in our presence in order for us to be in front of you here today just as well. Now, I want to start with you, Carl. Carl, tell us a little bit about you, your background, your music, what got you into music, and where you are today with it.
I do music, apparently. No, that's what's
apparently.
Yeah. Hey, man. So quick backstory, man. I'm from Massachusetts. Read between the lines on that one. So I got started basically thanks to my family. I began DJing I want to say between 01, 02. I don't really remember. I remember the date. It was February 9th of one of those years. And I started out on tape cassettes and gradually worked my way up to what I have now, where I'm at now, and all of that jazz, man. And as far as the music is concerned, I grew up being exposed to different stuff. So my dad was a Barry White. He was a Barry White head. My dad also was a DJ too, so it runs in the blood. It literally runs in the blood. He DJ'd for quite some time, and then, I guess I'm here to take the torch, I guess. But he was in the Barry Whites and everything else, out at that time. And then my mom, she was into the neo soul and R&B, so Gladys Knight and things of that nature, James Brown, Zapp and Roger and all that jazz. But then going to school, here in Massachusetts as well, we were exposed to different things on the Magic Yellow School Bus, as it was called back in the day. Word up, yo, word up. And I'm still in the game. I'm still fresh, 20 years seasoned, but unfortunately, we're at a different crossroads now as far as as far as the DJ industry and where that's going compared to when I was coming up. So, yeah, and really, I just play one record after the other. I try to DJ.
He goes from all genres.
I try, man. I try.
And we're gonna move over to you, Rakiem.
The better person of the show.
Okay.
Just know this: on the ThoughtExchange Cafe, we have fun. It's not about being too serious because life is too serious as it is.
Life is too short.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm on that.
Yeah, say it like that.
Life is too short.
Mm.
Literally and figuratively. Shout out to the big homie, Too Short. Blow the whistle.
Yeah. So, Rakiem.
Yes, Tony.
Tell us a little bit of the family and friends walk. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what made you. What was the desire or the mind behind the walk?
Okay. Just tell me slightly a little bit, Tony. Okay. Yes. So we're currently in our 12th season of walking. The idea came to me. A family friend asked me to walk through the park with her one day. Then the idea came to me to start a walk. Bring people together, having built lasting connections and friendships with one another within the community. Then a few days later, my aunt and I came up with the name of the group, Family and Friends Living Healthy. And then
Now you gotta say which aunt, because I'm in the family, bro.
Auntie Tracy.
Okay. She get a shout out.
Yes, he gave a shout out to this morning. Then we started going from there. This brings me back to a conversation that we had on Wednesday. We continue that me, Carl, and our guests that we have with us this morning.
He want to make it a late night podcast.
We had a conversation about basically about continuing to build and promote, but going back to the story of the group. I would hand out flyers at different events and in the community. Then really a few years ago, I started ramping up and promoting the group to get more people out and having build lasting connections with each other. We do our season typically runs from the first Saturday in June to the last Saturday in September. And we started doing our community endeavors 5 years ago to give back. Our Christmas of Joy endeavor happens in December. Our Gift of Love endeavor happens in May. We also like to go bowling from October through December to keep people connected. And next Saturday, it's a special walk. It's the 4th annual Boston City Hall Department Walk. We'll get more more into that in a few minutes.
Now, let me just also say too, the walk is free. It's free. You ain't gotta pay no gym membership. You ain't gotta do none of that. Just talk to my man. If you want to lose 90 pounds and look like this, I promise it is all well worth it in the end.
And I want to introduce our special guest. Not right off the rip, but I want to introduce our special guest in studio.
This guy.
And the reason I want to introduce our special guest in studio because this gentleman is a community change leader. This gentleman has went through some things, but he's still in the fight. And I said to him today, I says, you didn't bring your boxing glove. We're going to fight. He's like, don't worry. I'm prepared. They're in the car. So
stay ready.
I would like to introduce our soon-to-be Senator Juwan Skeens.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Happy to be here with you guys.
Well, tell us a little bit about the campaign. Tell us a little bit about you and, what's the purpose behind you running?
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, I'm really excited to be here with you guys. So my name is Juwan Skeens. For those who don't know, born and raised here inside the city of Boston, of Dorchester. Went to the Joseph Lee School, Timothy Middle School, South Boston Excel High School. One of the biggest transitions in my life was when I lost my best friend, Stephen P. Odom, back in 2007 to gun violence. He was innocently murdered at the young age of 13 years old. And our community didn't know how to respond to that in that moment. It was the youngest incident of murder in our community. So we formed a neighborhood association called Redefining Our Community Neighborhood Association in Dorchester and started to do just that, make changes around the community. Because we know, like Stephen's life and many other kids' lives and adults as well, their lives don't end on the side of a sidewalk, and they need to be remembered and celebrated every single year.
Properly.
So I was truly grateful to, after middle school, where he passed in 2007, I got into high school, became the senior class president of my student body. And I worked on one initiative, which was the tardy buyback program. For every 3 times a student came on time, one tardy got knocked off. That increased the graduation rates by 25%. And I started to think, like, if I can think like that in high school at such a young age in 2012, how can I apply that to a national model, right? So after high school, you figure out what you want to do in life. Are you going to college full time? You're going to go to work full time? You're going to learn a trade? The trades weren't as accessible. It was something that you had to go out and find to them. So that's not always the first option on someone's bucket list. When it came to college, sometimes you don't know how you're going to pay for college. You have about 2 guidance counselors to about 200 graduating students. Not everyone gets that individualized time to feel comfortable in that transition to go to college. And then some people just decide to work like I did right after high school and try to figure it out because I didn't know how I was going to pay $32,000 a year in tuition. And I wasn't putting that pressure on my family as well. So after high school, I'm working these jobs, trying to figure out what I'm going to do in life. I get a knock at my front door, right? It's Andrea Campbell. She lets me know she's running for District 4 Boston City Council. I said, great, what is that? Because in school, they don't teach you civic engagement and what the Boston City Council can do for you.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. So, I asked to volunteer on her campaign from May to November of 2015. She came aboard. She got elected, brought me aboard as a neighborhood liaison, started doing the community work around then. And then, what inspired me to run for office was while I was a neighborhood liaison, I was working on city, state, federal resources, connecting our community approving, opposing, delaying housing projects as needed for our community through the zoning board. I was attending, I want to say 20 monthly community meetings every single month.
You were busy.
I was, and I was doing it behind the scenes because I don't like to be acknowledged for the stuff that I do. Like I really just do it because it needs to get done. You know what I mean?
My man.
And that's why with running for office, it's kind of like a new lane for me because it's like you have to promote everything that you do. You know what I mean? So I'm getting used to that curve of things. But through the midst of this journey running for office, I've met some amazing people like Rakiem, like Carl, and yourself, Tony, because me and Rakiem, we were both getting an award with one of our fellow walkers for Family and Friends Living Healthy, Victor. Yeah, we were at Seniors on the Move.
Yeah, last May.
Yeah, last May, and
May 2nd.
Yeah, May 2nd, and and since then, me and Rakiem invited me on the walk, and I haven't looked back since. So
Again,
yeah.
This is all you need.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right. That's what I'm saying. I lost 90 pounds since then. But no, I say all that to say that this group that Rakiem has put together, that you guys are involved in, just to be a part of it is so amazing with family and friends who do just that, live healthy.
You know what's so interesting,
Yeah.
man? Going back to your story,
Yeah.
when you first started. Rest in peace to your best friend Steven.
Thank you.
2006, it almost would have been me.
Yeah. Wow.
Believe it or not.
Wow. Talk about that.
Where I lived at the time was on Norwell Street. So again, if you're from the Massachusetts area, you know about that state. But in the state of Boston / Dorchester,
Tax-free weekend, y'all. Take advantage.
man, that part. What? So you want to go? You listen. And I was outside one day, and the little Stop and Shop carts that that you get when you go to Stop and Shop or whatever.
Right.
We had one of those in the hood.
Yeah.
Now, it was crazy because I remember it was on a Friday night, and I don't remember when it was exactly, what time of year it was, but all I remember was where I was at the time. Where we lived, there was an after-school center. It was like a mini little center down the street, kind of, sort of, off to the right, if you, depending on which way of the parking lot you'd come in.
Mm-hmm.
So I was there, and next thing you know, I'm just minding my business, and I hear boom, 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 and it's crazy. And my mother, she's calling me, and I had to run for my life. Let's just pretty much put it like that. And she was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." She was like, "Get in the house. You ain't going back outside. Get in the house." And grateful to God that she because anything could have happened.
Right.
Yeah,
it's true. It is very true. Yeah. And we've all have a testimony where we came close, with a life experience, you know what I mean? But God always managed to step in,
that part.
and do what he always does, right? Make things a little bit better. But like I said, Steven's life, as well as many other kids and adults' lives, their lives do not end on the side of a sidewalk, and we will keep uplifting
wherever, and not even just on
wherever
the sidewalk.
on the side of a wherever. Yeah, absolutely.
So today, once again, this is a special episode because, as you can see, we have Senator Skeens, soon to be Senator Skeens, in the studio with us. We have
Brother Rakiem.
We have
DJ Castratus.
DJ Castratus.
There we go.
Right here.
Uh-huh.
And we have Rakiem Strickland.
There we go.
Yeah. we have a mix of thoughts here at the Thought Exchange Cafe podcast.
Yeah.
But also, this is just not the Thought Exchange podcast. This is the No Phylta Podcast. This is Juwan Skeens building his next pathway.
Yeah.
But also, we're talking about community things. We're talking about real life events.
Yeah.
And I want to let the audience know none of this stuff is scripted. We coming straight from the heart.
Yeah.
We just left family and friends living healthy, the
morning
walk at
walk.
Franklin Park on Saturday. And
Yeah.
We probably lost about 85 pounds today, some of us.
We're going till September 26th, y'all. So make sure y'all are involved.
So if your
Stay
anniversary
involved.
date is coming up, if you want to come take a walk with us that day, we want to lose like 90 pounds and then, go put it on at Lucky Boston for some Chinese food after that. We encourage that.
And then after the walk, what's happening after the walk? After the walk's over, Rakiem, what are we doing after the walk?
We'll be going bowling once a month from October to December.
He'll be going bowling.
And we'll be doing our Christmas of Joy endeavor.
That's what I'm talking about.
So, on another note, right? Moving forward, talking about when we first got started, right? Because we decided we was going to come together and we're going to talk about how we got started, but we're also going to talk about some of the challenges that we met in getting here, because what my main goal is to share my experience, strength, and hope with others, but also to let folks know, right? To inspire, to educate, and to motivate, but also to eliminate some of your fears out there that you have a dream.
Mm-hmm.
You have a dream. Don't let your dream become something
that's not attainable. Yeah.
And you know what, Rakiem, I want to ask you a question. Tell us about that dream and not allowing it to become unattainable. But what did you do in order to keep your dream alive, and some of the challenges that you faced and how you overcame them?
Okay. Well, any challenges to attain in regards to the group? The first few years was slow, but I kept at it. I started going harder and harder and promoting. I needed to start unlocking more. I need to start unlocking more ideas, think outside the box, and promoting. Like for example, on the No Phylta Podcast, we had Robert Gracie on a few last month, and he said, and he told the story about how he first got connected with the group. That was me thinking outside the box. I emailed him saying if he would want to join the group, he was going to pass up on the email and delete it, but something told him to look at the email, and we've been connected for the past 2 years. I also been promoting to other different organizations that we wouldn't think of as well. All the usual places like the libraries, the main streets, but at City Hall, I been thinking big, trying to think big, bring all the departments together. We already have a few counselors a part of the group and a few staffers at City Hall, but we're trying to continue to expand. I need to continue to think bigger and bigger.
Thank you. And I want to shift. I want to shift gears over to DJ Castratus.
Yeah.
DJ Castratus, tell us a little bit about some of the obstacles that you faced into getting to where you are today, right? And because once again, we're here to share experience, strength, and hope, but also to inspire. Give us a little bit of some of the obstacles you faced, and what did you have to do? How did you change mindset? How did you change direction in order to keep moving through the traffic?
That's a loaded question. But I think I can handle it. Well, basically, some of the challenges that I've initially faced. Excuse me. Give me 1 second, y'all.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to shift gears and we're going to ask the same question to the soon-to-be Senator Juwan Skeens.
Yeah. I faced a few challenges. I would say what my biggest challenge was after high school was trying to figure out, my route in life. Was it going to be, going to work, or was it going to be going to college or learning a trade? That was my biggest transition. I chose to go to work and figured out a way for work to pay for school. So that ended up being a thing. And now, I have my bachelor's degree now. So I made, progress. So 2012, I graduated from high school. 2024, 2024, I got my associate's degree while running for state senator the first time. And then this second time, I got my bachelor's degree. So
congratulations.
Thank you. And thank you. And
so you see, he getting his bachelor's degree, ladies. You know what I mean? So if you're like a bad man, show you what the Senate looking like, baby.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like it takes a lot of discipline and a lot of restructuring of your life. I don't want to say that lightly. Like it takes a lot of restructuring. Where it's like you're not going out as much as you used to. You're not, doing the things that you used to do because it's like, the work has to get done.
That's right.
And you can't, get sidetracked or lose focus of the mission.
Yes, you need to be on the straight and narrow. Keep your mind.
Yeah.
Keep your mind right.
Yeah. So with campaigning, one of the biggest challenges running for office was the hurdle was making on the ballot the first year. Well, that was the biggest hurdle because a lot of this is self-taught. I'm not, receiving mentorship or anything along those lines. Like all of this that you've seen for the last 4 years has been with great volunteers like Rakiem and Carl, and Cheryl, who's in the building too. Thank you, Cheryl.
And if you don't know, we have a live audience in studio.
Yes.
We have members of family and friends living healthy, walking in the right direction.
Oh, my bad. Hold on.
That supports the No Phylta Podcast, that supports ThoughtExchange Cafe Podcast, that supports Juwan Skeens and supports other neighborhood endeavors. So we want to give our audience and those that support us a nice round of applause.
There we go. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Once again, this is not this today's episode. It wasn't scripted. We don't never script nothing. So I mean, me and Carl on our walk today, we was talking about things being scripted.
Word up.
And talk a little bit about what we talked about today.
Well, I'm gonna get back to answering your previous question because I've got a middle of a phone call of me answering my question. But anyways, so for me, man, it's like Juwan just said, man. It was a lot of discipline. I remember coming home from school and just wanting to get right to practice. I ain't even give a damn about homework.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't care about none of that. Your mom, your parents, you better be in there doing that homework. Yeah, okay, that's what you think. But I had to because my hunger for the DJ scene back then, from what I heard on radio and mixtapes back then, oh my God, was just like I fell in love with that very, very quickly. And that was what motivated me. Now, what did I do in order to fulfill that dream? Again, it's just two things. Well, really a few things. God, obviously, practice, discipline, and determination. But you also asked too about some of the challenges that I faced too, brother. I didn't forget that question. It was a 2-part question, but I didn't forget some of the challenges, man. Medically, I was born blind and visually impaired. The doctors told both my parents that I was gonna face all types of challenges. They told them that I was not going to be able to walk. They told them that I wasn't going to be able to talk. They told them that if I was going to be able to talk, that I was going to be considered autistic. They told them that, being blind is probably going to be on the likelihood. And it was something that, again, just like with any community, you don't know how to adapt with it at first, but you learn to accept it as you grow. And so to bring it back full circle to what Brother Tony just asked about things being scripted today, and ironically enough, we see things on TV as far as campaigns and everything just being so scripted. And that's not what we're about. That's not how any of these brothers in their journey started out. These guys, they worked hard, they progressed hard, and they got to where they at, to where they now being able to sit in this room and to be able to talk about it.
Thank you.
And so growing up, unfortunately, that's all we seen was the scriptedness, was the don't say it like this, but read it like that. Don't talk like this, but say it like that. Because in English class, they were so proper and so preppy. I'm gonna tell y'all a story. God's honest. When I got to 6th grade, and I wish my middle school teacher was here because she can vouch for this. Rakiem, I'm about to take you. Bro.
Yeah.
There are certain words where, growing up in the hood, when you talk, you don't say it like that.
Right.
It's spelled like that, but that's not how we say it.
Right.
So today, what we did in the Friends and Family Living Healthy, they had to, they were walking, they were talking, they were discussing, all these things. And growing up in the hood, we wasn't saying like that. Hey, Michael and Manuel, can you come over to my house, because we want to play outside in the yard, or we want to go walking. No, we were walking and we was talking. We was walking like a talking. And so basically, it just goes to show that's where we are and that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively. No ing, but in at the end, because we're walking in to something.
I agree. Yeah. Well said. Very well said. Very well said.
We've been together so
last
some folks,
May.
About a year and a half.
Last May.
About a year.
Yeah.
At
These guys-
the celebration, Tony.
Yeah. So we are about a celebration, huh?
Yeah, you did. 15 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
We are older celebration. I mean, who want to go to the liquor store? I mean, it's right there. It's right there on Drew Hill Avenue.
Well,
Oh, my bad. So ThoughtExchange Cafe.
but it's also an extension of the No Phylta.
Yeah. Okay.
as well,
True.
too.
So,
Brother Tony, tell us about your journey.
yeah,
Tell us about your challenge.
Thank you.
You started this podcast. Tell us how you started from one camera.
Yeah.
Tell us how you even got that vision for one camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Tell us how we got here.
Tell us how we got here,
Tell us
Tony.
the story, Tony.
Break it down, funky man.
Well, I can remember when I first started out, I had just my phone.
Okay.
And my first video was on being in the prison system, being locked up,
Yeah.
and being called to go to court, right? And getting to court, and at this time I was I was going through some changes, and I was a young man. I had made some bad decisions and some poor choices.
We all do.
And I was already in prison, locked up.
Yeah.
And they're calling me to go to prison. I mean, they're calling me to go to court.
Right.
And so I go to court and I'm saying, what am I going to court for? I'm already locked up.
Right.
And I'm going to court now for child support. And I'm saying, well, I'm already locked up. What do you...
Right. What else can you do with me?
Right.
You locked up, they won't let me
Yeah.
down.
And I was afraid to tell that story.
Wow.
I was
Wow.
afraid to tell that story of because how people would look at me, or in my mind, how people was going to look at me, how people going to,
Sure.
oh, you know, all this other stuff
Yeah.
about being in prison, making these decisions and these choices. And, you know,
And your story is similar to many people. You know, there's a lot of people with that similar story as well.
Did you ever
know?
feel that you were going to become a statistic? Is that kind of what you were thinking at one point?
yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. That was the mindset, you know?
Yeah.
And I was sitting in my car
Mm.
and it was Father's Day. I remember very well. Right. And I said, I'm going to tell this story. And after I did the video, it took me maybe an hour before I pushed the button in order to publish it.
Wow. Wow.
And I said, you know what? The only thing you're going to fear is fear itself.
That's right.
Yeah.
son.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, somebody else is going through.
And they need to
And-
hear that story.
Yeah. And somebody said to me, you did not go through the things you went through for you. The things that you went through for you are for someone else,
Right.
for you to be able to share with them how you overcame some things.
Right.
And with everything that God has, and I'm gonna talk about God because for me, God has been that leader and that protector
Amen.
in my life.
Amen.
God has
Amen.
been that entity in my life that
Preach.
got me to where I am
Today.
Amen.
And I'm not going to be ashamed about talking about what God has done for me.
No.
Because Les Brown said something in one of his speeches. He said that if people are judging you now, they're prematurely judging you. So if you prematurely judge me, then that's fine because my story hasn't been fully told
Right.
as of yet. And going from that one camera to where we are today in full studio, part of my inspiration was this gentleman sitting to the left of me and this gentleman sitting to the right of me.
Yeah.
When I met Carl and Rakiem, they inspired me. And the inspiration came from that I was going through some other things in my life at that time, 15 months ago. And meeting these two gentlemen, and I don't like using that word impairment.
Sure.
I don't like that.
You're honest about it, though.
I
You're honest
appreciate
about
that.
it.
Yeah.
You know, and because when you think about those titles that other people put on you,
They try to limit you any way they can
yes,
and put you in a box, a category.
I mean, Ryan Leslie said the same thing. They try to put me in a box, but he also said it's impossible.
Yeah.
yeah, you know, and like our elderly, when you talk about our elderly being retired, what picture did they paint for a retiree, especially on TV? I can recall watching TV and they go from being young, they show the scenes and the pictures of how they progress. They go from being young to graduating college to getting this job and then this career, and then they retire, then they get the white picket fence, and then they sitting on the rocking chair, and then it goes to commercial, and then it comes back from commercial, and the rocking chair is just there by itself blowing in the wind, right? For me, the oracles, I call them oracles because they're full of wisdom. They're full of knowledge. If I want to know something, I'm going to the oracle.
Right.
Because the oracle is going to teach me how to get to that next level because they've seen it before.
Absolutely.
They're going to tell me how to get through.
Absolutely.
So going back to just the inspiration, these guys inspired me.
Yeah.
They inspired me because even though they have this impairment,
Mhm.
as it's called, right?
Right.
They were seeing from a different lens, much greater than the lens that I was seeing from.
Right.
And that opened me up to a whole totally different mental paradigm. Like, wow,
Mhm.
if these brothers are doing what they doing
Mhm.
with this so-called impairment,
Mhm.
who am I to complain about something? Who am I to see myself as less than?
Right.
Who am I
Come on
to
now.
beat myself
Come
up?
on now,
Who am
Tom.
I to
Come on
beat
now.
somebody else up?
Right.
Come on
Yeah.
now.
No, I hear you. I hear you.
You know?
Yeah.
And I said, nah, there's something that we got to do here.
Yeah.
And what do we have to do here? What we have to do here is we have to open up the door and allow other people to see this brother to the left of me,
Mm.
this brother to the right of me.
Mm.
But also at the same time, we have to allow others to see, right? How do we allow those that are going through and have these impairments that have been put on them and they begin to believe it, that don't allow that impairment to stop you from moving. Don't allow that impairment
Right.
to hinder your journey.
Right.
We want to.
You have the impairment, but the impairment doesn't have you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's so, it's so
I read. We want to be a bridge, like Karinia told me.
this guy,
Yeah.
This guy.
We want to be a bridge.
Yeah. I love that.
this guy, man.
Yeah.
Tony, man, as per usual, brother, man, just thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you
you, Tony.
for allowing us to step in
Yeah.
and kind of dictate what the courts won't do.
Yeah.
The courts won't inspire people to want to do the right thing.
Mhm.
All they do is just tell you, all right, badge number 9005, you're going to system prison jail number 2105, and you'll be there mandatory life sentence.
Yeah.
What the hell? I got a whole life to live, yo.
Yeah.
You know? And so if a small fry in the box man and a brother can do it,
Yeah.
you know, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And so I need to give out a shout out to Miss Katrina Conrad. Miss Katrina Conrad of Conrad Bills, because Miss Katrina Conrad seen something in me just as well. She also seen something in the vision.
Mm.
And I want to thank her for the Thought Exchange Cafe, right? I want to thank her because we was brainstorming and she says, this is how I've observed you. I observed you, you're a thinking entity. You think about not just yourself, but you think about others. So I want to shout her out for coming up with the name of the Thought Exchange Cafe. So I have
Shout
to
out
give
Miss
credit where
Conrad.
credit is due.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'm so grateful. But first, I want to take this back to God before I pass it on to. Right now, I just want to take a moment and have a moment of silence for all those that are not here, but also for those who have backed each and every one of us at this table. Take a moment to give God God's due, because without God, there would be no me. There would be no Thought Exchange Cafe. There would be no Phylta Podcast. There would be no Juwan Skeens, our future senator.
Yeah.
And
no friends and family living healthy.
And no DJ Cast on.
Whoever that guy is.
Yeah.
you know, so just, take a moment of silence and give God thanks.
Yeah.
But also the ancestors, those that went before us and have paved the way for us to be what we are today.
Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, let's give a moment of silence for that.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Father God. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
You know, so before we close, right? Before we close, I want to let the audience know that this is just not this one episode with myself, the Thought Exchange Cafe, the No Phylta Podcast, Juwan Skeens. This is going to be something that I would like for us to consider. No, not I'd like for us to consider, because in leadership, what do we do in leadership, Juwan?
We lead.
You're right. You keep fighting.
Yeah. You do it. You do it. You do it. You make it happen.
Yeah, you make it happen. You make it happen.
Yes, and that's one thing that we teach here together as a collaborative, that we're leaders.
Yeah.
We're not followers.
No.
We followed a way when we didn't know no way, but today we know better. Like they say, when you know better, you do better.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to have monthly or bi-monthly shows where we all come together and we talk about inspiration, motivation, education, but also elimination and some of the things that we're doing in our lives, and what have we accomplished from the last time we talked to you? Because that's what it's all about. It's about us, each one teach one, each one reach one.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
none of us in this room, listen, I'm not an actor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a script. I live a life just like you. And sometimes, I worry about how I'm going to pay certain bills just as well too.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what? We all go through that, and we're all aging. Some of us are aging out and some of us are aging in. And in order to help one another, because I don't see that family system anymore. I don't see people coming together anymore to say, hey, you're going through something. How do I help you get through it?
We need to bring back the village to take care of a child, to raise a child. Yeah.
You know what, man? I was gonna stay quiet on this family thing, but I guess we family. We are family, like the Sister Sledge family said.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because there's good things in a family and then there's bad things in a family, and if we're gonna talk about it, we gotta talk about it right.
Yeah.
We can't just talk about the good and not talk about the bad.
Yeah.
There's so much, and especially in a black family,
Mm-hmm.
where there's so much negativity, there are no negotiations, and man, so much I could say. There's so many thoughts running through my mind right now.
Yeah.
But this is why it's a Thought Exchange Cafe.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm gonna stop myself. I'm gonna be humble. Because I could go there if I really wanted to.
Yeah.
Now, we have to keep in mind.
Yeah.
He's one of the hosts. He's one of the co-hosts of the No Phylta.
Wait. You mean he's one of the hosts of No Phylta? I'm just there.
No, you're a co-host.
Yeah.
He's talking about you, right?
I know. Sometimes Juwan.
Juwan and Rakiem, they hold it down, man. But you'll see my face and on a screen or something like that. Maybe every now and again. I'm gonna try to get better at it.
TJ Castratus.
So, we're family unit here. We may have different podcast names, right? But we're family unit here.
We're all connected.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
nobody knows. One thing that I've learned is that my mother taught me something years ago before she passed on to the other side, but she's still here spiritually, right? And she says, don't shy away from people and don't push people away, because you never know who you might be entertaining. You might be entertaining an angel,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
That's so interesting, because one of my favorite lines from my mother, two things. She always said, people are going to talk good and bad about you, but it's up to you to choose. It's up to you to choose what you do with that information.
Mm-hmm.
It's all up to you. That's number one. And number two, she also said, a closed mouth don't get fed.
You got that right.
Juwan, give us a little bit of wisdom from your mom.
Oh man, my mom's wisdom. If that's something that you want to do, you go do it.
Yeah.
My mom's always been my biggest supporter. Anything that I wanted to do, she's always been right there in my corner. So whether it was, running for senior class president, whether it was, finding my first job, she was always there rooting for me in my corner. Cause if you can't be in her house, if you ain't working, So my mom, I love my mom. Truly grateful for the wisdom she passed down to me. But she's always taught me, to work hard and don't ask for handouts. You know what I mean? So, and always be grateful for the people around you.
Glory, hallelujah. Rakiem?
And trust God.
That part.
Trust God. Yeah.
Some wisdom from mom.
Trust in the Lord.
Yeah.
And my dad said the mind's a terrible thing to waste.
Yeah.
And then I thought of this: nothing is given, respect is earned.
You got that right. You got that right.
All right, Mr. Philosopher. So hold on. So basically what you're saying is you bring the community together, you're building a family, because this is your family.
Yep.
And you also think philosophically. All right.
Yeah.
No wonder what 30 years of friendship has brought.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all been locked in. Yeah, y'all been locked in.
No,
man.
he's been locked in. I've just been here. I want to get rid of him sometimes, yo.
So how did you guys find each other at school? How did that work out?
Good question.
Yeah.
Very good question. Tell us the story.
You want to tell that story?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a better storyteller than I am. Go ahead.
Okay, so it was in 1999.
Was it 99 or 97?
Like in 1999, we were playing in in kindergarten. They had those ball pits.
Like when you go to Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah.
I was playing in those pits. Carl was in there. He I guess he just picked me up, but that was it.
Hey. You know what? I think that since everybody's saying we got choices, that we all make, I guess I do regret that choice. I probably should have did something else. But he was all up in them pits, man.
I love it, man. It's a small world. McDonald's don't have them pits no more, so that was a good time.
No. Look. They got pits, but the pits are different now. Because when you get on the 22 going to Forest Hills, you sit next to somebody and their armpits.
Yeah. Oh man!
Are you sure you want this to be a weekly or a bi-weekly show, a bi-monthly thing?
Oh my god!
This is gonna get real crazy.
So, family and friends, please continue to tune in and support us here at the Thought Exchange Cafe podcast, but also tune into the No Phylta Podcast. And we look forward to you coming back, joining us on the next episode of the No Phylta Podcast and the Thought Exchange Cafe collaboration. And we're going to come up with something for this. I don't know what we're going to come up for yet, but we're going to come up with something.
And our next No Phylta Podcast will be on Monday, August 17th at 6.
Yes, man. So you might want to tune in because my man Juwan might be. You still on for that day or?
I'll pop in on that day, but we also need to schedule another date too.
Yeah.
But we're gonna work it out.
Off No Phylta, but it's still honest enough though.
There we go.
So you might want to be there for that. Juwan and Rakiem, they will be there as well, holding it down. And so 8/17. Yeah, stay tuned for that. Any last thoughts, fellas?
Like I always say on the No Phylta Podcast, always continue to strive.
Man,
to have a
turn his
positive
mic.
impact on others.
Turn his mic off. Turn his mic off, yo.
Finish saying what you gotta say, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that was
promote family, friends, living healthy. Come on now. Rehash that one, brother.
And the Saturday morning walking group will be going on till Saturday, September the 26th. So please come out and join us. We meet at 9. The walking starting at 9:15 instead of next Saturday. We'll be being at 8:30 with walking starting at 9 due to the Boston City Hall Department walk.
All right. So you can also catch friends and family living healthy as well as myself with Birth. We're going to be meeting next Saturday in Roxbury for our monthly community meetings that we have together. So if you guys are able to make it out there, please join us. I'll be posting that on the Birth website, www.birth.org with 2 B's. And then if you want to learn more about the campaign, please go to skeensforsenate.com. That's SKEENSFORSENATE.com.
That is so not with a slang thing.
Not a slang thing.
One question for you. And I'm gonna say, you know how they say you gotta walk in your tomorrow?
Yeah, you do.
Senator Skeens, tell us a little bit more about B-Birth.
Yeah. So B-Birth. Yeah. So Birth was founded in July of 2024. We started off, like I said, I was always working with different groups behind the scenes. So I wanted to find a way to have my own creative outlet for the community and giving back. So I founded Birth with family and friends, just like Family and Friends Living Healthy. And, since then we've been teaching life skills in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan and around the city of Boston. So there's some great things that are coming, and we're actually working on an official Birth building to be built here inside the city of Boston as well, that we can offer resources full time. So stay tuned for some great things that are going to be happening across the city.
All right. DJ Castratus, give us a little bit about you, your website, and also what is the name of the gentleman that you collaborate with?
Sorry, y'all. I'm thinking about a few different things today. So yeah, man. Listen, man. I'm gonna just put it like this: Google me, DJ Castratus. DJ CASTRAWDIS. You Google me. But if you want to get more personal, go to teamismdjs.com. Go there. That within itself is a business within itself.
Yeah.
We have a lot of content on there, and we're always striving to bring you more. The other gentleman, trying to. What was you thinking about?
Just what you said. The information, because you have Team
ISM, yep.
Yes.
Yeah. That's how we reach you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Team there's a fan base form on the website. So if you wanna tap in, or if you just want to say, hey, what's up? We're open to that. If you want to give suggestions, we're open to that. And if you want to get even more personal, up close and personal, holla at my man Tony Davis. Tony Davis. That's the other gentleman who he was talking about. I had to think about it for a minute. But it's all full circle. So
all right.
So as you can see, at this table, we've all been through some things, but we haven't allowed those crossroads to keep us at the crossroads. But also, we did not allow analysis paralysis to stop us and stay in a mediocre state.
Right.
As you can see with, DJ Castratus to my left and Rakiem Strickland to my left.
Right.
These two brothers,
you're right.
If these two brothers didn't inspire you, then I don't know what else or what will inspire you, right? I just want to say that I'm grateful to have these two brothers. I'm grateful for Senator Skeens to be here today on the Thought Exchange Cafe podcast. And I'm going to say to the audience to look forward to more of this.
Mm-hmm.
But also, if you have any ideas, you have any thoughts, you can reach out to me at btctonytouch@gmail.com. If you would like to come into studio and have a conversation with either myself, Carl to my left, Rakiem to my right, or our soon-to-be Senator Joel Skeens, please just reach out, because this studio is a safe space for everyone.
Yes.
No one is excluded. But then I'm going to take that back. If you are negative, you don't have good energy, and you don't have anything to share that's going to help someone, then no, you're not invited here.
I know someone who's who isn't invited, and he's DJ T, and we're just gonna leave it at that. Just gonna leave it at that.
Any last words from you, Rakiem?
I'm gonna say thank you all for tuning in this morning. Like we said, it was unscripted. That's what we're looking for. Continue to be on the lookout for future episodes of Tony, of the ThoughtExchange Cafe, and Carl and I and Juwan on the No Phylta Podcast. Like I always say, always continue to strive and have a positive impact on others.
Juwan?
I just want to say to everybody, please keep up the great work and everything you guys are doing for yourselves and for the community, because at the end of the day, teamwork makes the dream work, and I'm happy to have you guys as partners in this work. So thank you so much.
Amen.
Thank you.
DJ Castratus, closing statements, brother.
Hey man, it's just simple. Be kind to someone, love one another, respect one another, and just do what you got to do, man. Come check us out. It's Thought Exchange Cafe podcast. Thank you, Tony. Thank you for having us, brother.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Tony.
You're welcome. And don't forget to go back and check out the No Phylta Podcast. And also, you can go back and check out some of our other episodes, our previous episodes from the Thought Exchange Cafe podcast. And we look forward to seeing you on the next episode. And we will update you when all four of us are back together again.
3 of us.
Yeah, the 3 of us.
That's right. Him, and him. That's right. We out of here. Holla at you later. Peace.
Peace.